I'm Alan Kenny, Managing Editor with REIT.com, and joining me here at the NAREIT headquarters in Washington, D.C. is my colleague George Yungmann, Senior Vice President for Financial Standards with NAREIT. I want to talk quickly about FFO. What did your review from 2011 turn up?
We examined FFO reporting for the year ended 2011 and found that over 90% of our member companies report FFO in accordance with the NAREIT definition. So there's a consistent metric for over 90% of the NAREIT member companies. About 50% of those companies also report a supplemental or a secondary FFO metric. This causes a bit of confusion when analysts develop their estimates of future earnings or future FFO. Some of the analysts project FFO as defined by NAREIT. Some project FFO as reported by the secondary FFO measurement as reported by the companies. First Call, we've talked to First Call, and they have a rule called the majority rules. And so if 10 analysts report in accordance with the company's secondary definition and 5 report according to the NAREIT definition, the 10 win, and the consensus estimate will be based on the company's definition. We've talked to First Call, and we think there's a commitment to provide another field in their tables that would include room for projections from analyst projections of FFO as defined by NAREIT, as well as FFO as defined by the company's secondary metric.
All right, and lastly, fair value of investment properties. What's the story there?
We've talked about this for a number of years. The latest attempt to get a standard, the FASB issued in 2011 a proposed standard that would require investment property to be reported at fair value by certain companies. They tried to define the kind of company. We call it an entity-based approach to the issue. The comment letters were due in February, and probably 90% of the comment letters on this proposed accounting standard said, kill this project. The entity-based approach doesn't work. About half of those comment letters said that the FASB should look to the IASB, the International Standard for Investment Property, sometimes referred to as IAS 40. Others said that that reporting for investment property should be covered in the investment company's standard that we just talked about. NAREIT took the position that the FASB should kill the entity-based standard and look to the International Standard Investment Company, IAS 40, and try to converge with that standard.
And for more on this and other news and analysis, check out REIT.com.